longest watercourses that you like?
Yeah, another one I want to talk about was it's in Italy. The beach is the beach of the Adriatic Ocean. The water is so clean over there as the government took initiative about the beach to keep it clean.
Okay, let's move on to our two-way discussion part. The first, we will have some discussion on the sea. What are some of the threats to the sea in today's society?
Well, there are many threats if you look at the sea statistics nowadays. First, you can see that all the garbages and harmful waste are just thrown into the ocean, which are creating problems for our seafoods.
Right.
Like if the fish eats them, they becomes contaminated, and when we eat them, we are at the bottom of the food chain, then we also become contaminated to it. Then we can see that the ocean's water is also becoming polluted when people go there for a swim or just to hang out in there, but they can also become sick from it.
Okay, what can governments or individuals do to protect the future of the sea?
Well, they need to put they need to take extreme steps towards the aid. They need to assign some people in the beaches, like so that they don't throw harmful objects or garbages into the ocean, and they need to consult with their industries, owners and managers, so they recycle their garbages and put it into someplace safe, not just throw them directly into the ocean by some pipes, which is gonna harm our seafoods.
Very good. Okay, what should be done to companies that pollute the sea?
Nowadays we can see lots of companies out there that doesn't care about the garbages and other toxic substances. Government should take initiatives. They should give warnings to them or put some cards on them, like first time warning, second time warning, or else they can just cancel their business license or put them into punishments. So other companies will also learn from it that they need to be much more aware of it.
Okay, how do you think the society in the future will exploit the sea's different resources?
Nowadays we can see that all the fossil fuels like oil and other things are also eradicated from the seabed. I think in the near future they can even create homes over the sea, like hotels, bungalows, which are now created in Maldives. It can be also a good source of income for the country's economy. And
they use water, seawater for many different products or byproducts, like the powers, say electricity and
in hydroelectric there is only one station in like Khulna or somewhere else, I don't remember, but it can be exploited much more as our country has short of electricity.
Right. Okay, Mr. Tafhim, let's move on to the last topic of discussion today, and that's the fishing. What do you think are some of the causes of overfishing?
Well, some of the causes of overfishing will be like the farmers. They need money to run their family.
Increasing demand of
and increasing amount of food. As we can see, like the agricultural foods cannot meet the people's demand, and the price of other agricultural foods are going so high. So in comparison, if the seafoods are much more available, then the price will become less.
Right. Okay, how can today's society develop a more sustainable approach to fishing?
They can do different projects like putting a net and sea along the coastline and putting some baby fishes, and the government can put a law that none of the adult female fishes which are about to give birth should be catched, or if they're catched they should be released, or the small fishes which are yet grown into adults shouldn't be catched. And
very good. If fishing catch levels are reduced, what will be some of the effects on fishermen and their communities?
Well, fishermen's family is fully dependent on fishing. After they catch the fish, they sell it in the market and then buys their necessary stuff. So if you limit it for them, I don't think they can fully meet up their family demand. So they should do something alongside the fishing so they can meet their family needs, and they don't need to do overfishing, or which can also create a problem to the fishing community.
Is hunting whales today acceptable?
It was acceptable earlier, but recently it was banned by the government, as it plays a vital role in the ecology. As
Why not acceptable?
it is not acceptable because we are seeing that the number of whales have decreased dramatically.
Becoming extinct.
Yeah, it's nearly extinct. So I don't think there are much more whales even left. We don't even see nowadays. But earlier in Discovery channels, we could see, if we put on Discovery channel, we would see that there are whales here, there. But now we can see that all of them are caught by illegal activities, and some of the people are catching it who doesn't have license to fish.
Right. Okay, Mr. Tafhim, thank you very much. Your test is over.